If anybody can do it, we can do it.
Oh.
And if we can do it, anybody can do it.
I think that makes more sense.
Hey everyone, this is Mike and Kelsey at Sweet Briar Farm. We have been training a Dexter milk cow. So this video we're going to summarize and put things together on how we did it and how we're doing, I should say. This video is part of a month-long collaboration for Dairy Month hosted by
The Inquisitive Farm Wife and the Mennonite Farmhouse.
We'll put the link to the playlist for the month-long collaboration in the description of this video. If you comment on this video and any of the other videos, I believe you're entered into a giveaway. There's lots of different prizes that are being given away. If you comment on this video for our channel, we will be giving away a hat for Dairy Month.
All right, so for our contribution to the Dairy Month collaboration, we wanted to share us training a first-time Dexter heifer to be a milk cow. If you're not familiar with Dexters, because they're not a standard dairy breed, Dexters are the smallest standard breed of cattle, but they're a dual purpose breed, so beef and milk. They don't produce the volume that you'd get from a Jersey or a Holstein or a Guernsey, but they should produce about 2 gallons a day, which is great for most families. So we wanted to give it a try with our Jolene here. So we've milked Jerseys before, not this one, but an older Jersey we had in the past. And we have a herd of Nubians and Nigerian dwarfs and a mini Nubian goat that we milk. So we're not new to milking or training animals to the milk stand, but we've never tried to train a Dexter before. We've always worked with dairy breeds. So this will be a new challenge for us. Our Dexters don't love to be around us or touched by us the way that our Jerseys and our goats do. So I think it'll be a tougher challenge, but that kind of makes it more fun, right? So we're gonna try it out. We only have the one Jersey cow now, or one Jersey heifer, but we do have a lot of Dexters who will be calving and coming into milk. So it would be nice to be able to use the dual purposes of the Dexter breed.
So Dexters come in 2 basic sizes. There's dwarf Dexters, which carry a gene for chondrodysplasia. We have one of those currently, and actually we have one on the way. And then we have which are referred to as long leg Dexters, which are the rest of our herd. You can learn more about long leg versus short leg in our All About Dexter Cattle video. We'll put in the description. But we have a dwarf ladybug back here.
She's right in front of the Jersey.
Yeah, right in front of the Jersey. So she is about 32 inches at the hip. And we like to place challenges on ourselves. So this fall she should calf, and this late fall, early winter, we're going to try to train her to milk.
She's so cute.
So by that time we'll probably have Jolene dried off if we continue to decide to milk her, if she's going to give us some milk. But then we can transition Ladybug into the milk parlor, so we have milk through the winter. But we'll see. But we're gonna try it at least. Should be fun.
So I think we've answered the question, can we train one of our Dexters to milk? And the answer is yes, we can do it. But now the question is it worth it? And that's something Mike and I will have to think about. Jolene came to us as a weaned heifer about 6 months old. And right away from the time she got here, we had her working on walking with a halter. We always got her used to feeling our hands all over her body, on her feet and legs, and on her teats and udder, so that she'd be accustomed to our touch. That wouldn't be something new and scary. So we'd done that for over a year before she actually calved for the first time. And then once she did calve and we wanted to get her in the milk stand, we introduced sweet feed so that she'd know what this treat was, because our Dexters are all grass fed. We got her hooked on the good stuff, and then we used that as a reward for when she was in the milk stanchion in the barn. Sweet feed's a good distraction, and when an animal's lactating, they need extra nutrients, so I don't feel guilty about giving her a treat. You know, we started brushing her, so kind of like more intense touching all over, and she was really comfortable with all those touches and did great until we clicked on the milk machine. And when she heard the milk machine motor going, that's when she started getting kicky and uncomfortable and anxious. And it's not like Jolene to kick. She's always been very calm and docile. We decided to back off with the milk machine. We wanted to put some kind of engineering controls in place to make sure that Mike and I were safe. So Mike bought a cow can't kick from Valley Vet, and I think it works really well when it's on tight enough. But then we noticed when she had the cow can't kick on, she's a little bit tippy because she can't move her legs very well. So then we hung up some gates to help give her a little bit of support and stability so that she wouldn't tip over. And that seemed to help too. So I think those were all good tools for us to have in our back pocket for Jolene, but for other cows that we milk train in the future. So I think those were all good things. We finally get the milk machine on her, and she gave us a whopping like 3 cups of milk. And we know she has a lot more volume than that. She's just holding it back for her baby. So that's kind of where we're at the moment, is trying to find ways to help her relax and get that milk to let down, so it's actually worthwhile to go to all the trouble of milking her. You're thinking we'll do it in there.
Yeah. So at this point, we've gotten Jolene in the stanchion, used to being in the stanchion, getting her in a routine. We've hand milked her, we've had her on the milk machine, but this time around we separated the calf overnight, and we're going to let the calf nurse on Jolene for 30 seconds or so, and hopefully Jolene lets down, and then we can get Jolene back on the milk machine and we can actually get some volume out of her. Since that's been the problem we've had training her, is actually getting her to let down so we can get any sort of volume. At this point, we've only been able to get about 1.5 pints or so each time we've milked her.
Good girl, Joe. Time to go milking. Come on, Joe. Let's go milking.
We're using what's called a cow can't kick bar, which prevents the cow from kicking. It squeezes on some ligaments and basically kind of immobilizes her back end. We're doing this because when we first tried putting the milk machine on and actually milking her, we had kickback. Since the cow can't kick bar kind of makes her a little bit tippy, we ended up modifying our milk stanchion with these 2 gates to prevent her from swaying back and forth too much and actually falling over. And one of our friends asked how that cow can't kick bar works, and that is the one thing that they do get tippy if it's put on correctly. So this gate system we have seems to work out, so she sways a little bit but won't tip over. So the calf's been separated overnight this time. I'm gonna get the milk machine on her. Once we got all our safety controls in place, we're now able to get the milk machine on Jolene. Like we mentioned earlier in the intro, you can look back at the playlist of what we did to get to this point. So this is about a 2-week-long process, from initially just getting her in the stanchion to now being able to put the milk machine on her. Looks like your face is all wet with milk. The daily weigh-in.
Yes, Mike thinks we need a big boy jar today.
I think it's a half gallon.
Well, we're past our previous record.
There's still a lot in there. Is it over a half gallon? That's the real question.
Will there be any cream in it?
No, we'll have a nice fat bull calf.
Yes, we will.
We might be over a half gallon.
Till the brim, man.
I think you can fit it all in there. Oh. Progress, people.
That is
Progress.
Oh, and look at that. It looks like there's actually some milk fat in this jar. All right. It can be done.
It can be done.
I would think milking half a gallon would make it worthwhile.
Yeah. We knew it can be done. It's just a matter of patience and trial and error.
It's probably more of a question of could we do it than can it be done.
No, if anybody can do it, we can do it.
Oh.
And if we can do it, anybody can do it.
I think that maybe makes more sense.
It's hard to see, but we do have a cream line. About 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
Right at the shoulder here of the jar.
We did it!
Milking a Dexter.
I'm milking a Dexter! He's an angel!
Kelsey's time to brag about her Nubian goat again.
I think it's actually a little late tonight. It's been hot.
Oh, yeah. Excuses.
You mean my Dexter cow?
Yeah. Jolene must be rubbing off on her.
I like these floppy-eared Dexters. They're much friendlier.
Smaller.
Still looks like a pretty good haul.
Yeah, she did well.
A lot less work milking a goat,
Yes.
especially fawn.
Fawn is a dream. Alright, I'll just give the rest of that foam to the pigs.
So what is that, a half gallon and a pint?
Yeah, she usually gives me a full quart with it, so usually 3 quarts. And I'm only milking her once a day. Just saying.
Well, that's a good Dexter you have there.
Yeah, I love Dexters.
Well, if you made it this far in the video, we really appreciate you guys watching. Jolene appreciates it. And don't forget to comment. You'll be entered in a chance to win one of our cool hats here.
We'd like to thank the hosts of this collaboration, Inquisitive Farm Wife and the Mennonite Farmhouse.
Well, we will keep you posted on how we are doing with Jolene here in our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
See you guys. Thank you.